Alright guys, welcome back to another video of Scientific Rankings. In this video, I want to talk about Web 2.0s and how they really tie into the whole pillaring process. So, let's just start with the fundamentals and the big misleading thing that throws a lot of people off with these things. So, Web 2.0s, in my opinion, at least brand new ones, will not power up your website. What that means is when we're setting up Web 2.0s, we're not using them to add power to our website. We're not going to build a few Web 2.0s and magically rank super well with just Web 2.0s. It just doesn't happen today. But what they are great at is that they're great for branding. So for having your brand registered on all these different properties. They're great for syndication, which generates more links. And most importantly of all, they're great for diversification. They're great for diversifying your anchor text, for getting you more links and getting you different types of links. So that's really all they're for. And there is one alternative approach which can add power, and that is buying expired Web 2.0s. So when someone has a Tumblr, for example, and they deactivate the account, they no longer use it anymore, and it expires, then you can go in there and register that Tumblr that they used to have. So say someone did that, and they used it for a proper blog, and it had actual links going to it from other websites, then you can literally jump in there, and just like an expired domain with a PBN, you can literally jump in there and steal the power, and then you have this link juice going to the site that you can pass on to your money site. That's much more advanced, and we'll cover that briefly at the end, but it's not really what I recommend doing, and I'll explain why soon. So there's a number of Web 2.0 platforms that you can use. Here's a few just to name some. So there's WordPress.com, Weebly, Blogger, Tumblr, Wix, LiveJournal, Webs.com, and on and on and on. I don't recommend that you spend so much time on this, but get at least like 5 of these down and then you're good to go. So totally up to you. You can build more if you like, but it's more for diversification. It's not for power. So just remember that when you're building these out. So I recommend that you build branded Web 2.0s to point to your money site and to syndicate your blog posts. That's what I recommend doing, guys. It's not for adding power or anything like that. Just getting your brand registered on these sites and then using it as a syndication tool and for just diversification link purposes. So let's break down the steps of exactly how you can do that. And it starts pretty damn simple. Go out there, step 1, register your brand on as many Web 2.0s as you like. It's as simple as that. Go on WordPress.com, register your brand. So it's yourbrandname.wordpress.com and yourbrandname.tumblr.com and all this sort of stuff. Don't worry, guys, when you're doing this, by the way, about like spacing it out or anything like that. It's pretty natural that a brand is going to go in there and register all these in one day to reserve their usernames. They're not going to like, oh, I can only do once a day. They need to wait 2 days before I can do another one, and then 2 days for another. Like, guys, don't worry about it. It's pretty standard. A brand is going to go out there and register these all within one day, and the same for social profiles, things like that. So once you've got that registered, step 2, create some initial pages and or posts so it doesn't get deleted. And the main thing here, guys, is that we're going to set up syndication later, but if you have a Web 2.0 and it's got nothing on it and it's got some links, then it's gonna seem very spammy and it's gonna get deleted probably. So what I recommend is creating some initial pages and initial posts just to ensure that it doesn't get deleted and just to make it look a bit more legit. Now what I'll normally do is I'll do an introduction post with a link to my money site. So hey, we just registered on Tumblr, check out our money site for more details, and obviously you don't call it money site, but that sort of thing. And I'll also include some other posts as well. So it's not just one post with a link inside it. As for the anchor text, when you're doing these links, I like to exclusively stick to brand name, URL anchors, or generic. So what that means is a brand name. So LionZeal is an example of brand name. The URL, so lionzeal.com, or generic, which would be like PBN, or just generic terms that are in your industry that aren't the keyword that you're trying to focus for. So they're not the exact keyword you're trying to focus on. For step 3, and again, this is nothing complex, use the sidebar to add a site description and link to 2 to 5 social profiles or other profiles anyway. So what this means is in the sidebar of this site, you want to add a site description, so a description about your website, about the money site. Maybe even add a logo there or something like that. Or if it's about one person, then add a picture of the person, describe them, whatnot. And then link to 2 to 5 other profiles. What that means is in the sidebar of your property, you can link out to your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your YouTube page or YouTube video specifically or anything like that. So use this sidebar there on this property to link out to other properties, because it's basically sharing the link juice between them. So you link it to all your other profiles, and likewise with your social profiles, you connect them all together when you set them up. So you're just sharing the link juice between all these different properties, which increases the power of each of them individually, which therefore increases the trust that's flowing through the links to your website. It's like the most basic definition, but basically guys, just do this. So you don't need to get technical on this, just do it. As for step 4, set up IFTTT syndication. So watch the video on how to do this. There's a video dedicated just to IFTTT, and basically you're going to use your money site's RSS feed to syndicate posts. You can use different triggers. You can use like your Twitter profile, and then it's going to share the tweets on these profiles. I explained that in the IFTTT video. Watch it, and it's going to explain all that stuff. But basically, you're going to have syndication there. So whenever you update your blog or one of your social profiles, it's going to automatically share it on each of these Web 2.0s with links flowing back to your money site or something else. So that's really the basis of IFTTT, and that's all there is to it. Set up a blog, like register for the blog, fill out the sidebar, some links in the description of your company, and do some initial posts and pages just to avoid it getting deleted. And then with IFTTT syndication, it's going to be filled out, it's going to have regular content posted on it, and get regular links off of those properties. That's as simple as that. You now have a series of blogs, maybe 5 different Web 2.0s, all linking to your money site regularly whenever you publish new content or publish new posts on social media. It's as simple as that. So there is an alternative model for using Web 2.0s that I want to cover, because people are probably going to ask about it, though it's not something I'm a big fan of. And what it is registering expired Web 2.0s that already have backlinks pointing to them, and you want to use these and set them up like regular PBNs. So how do you find these expired Web 2.0s? Well, the first option is to go out there and scrape yourself. And there's tools and stuff to do this. Just search for tools and ask people around. There's plenty of tools to scrape these, but it's not something I'm really doing myself. The second option is to find a broker. And this is probably the easiest one. Just hop into the LionZeal Marketplace group and just see if anyone's selling them, or just post something that you want to buy some expired Tumblr profiles as an example. That's pretty simple. As for the content creation, there's really 2 approaches to this. So the basic thing to understand is that Web 2.0s get deleted very easily if they're low quality. So this is important whether you build a branded ones or anything else. If they're low quality, if they look spammy, they'll get deleted very, very easily, which is just a total waste of your effort. So if you're setting them up like normal blogs where you're not doing syndication, I recommend that you do a decent amount of posts and pages just to really fix it, just to really make it look better. So I recommend starting with like 3 posts of like 750 plus words, and then 1,000 plus words on a fixed page, like an about page or something like that, just to really just fill it out with content. On the alternative, you can use it for syndication, but even then you should still do like a decent first couple of posts and pages just to make it look more legit, because otherwise it's going to get deleted and it's going to waste your effort completely. As for linking, well, there is a big potential footprint here, guys, and that if you go out there and register 30 Tumblr profiles, you go out there and register 30 expired Tumblr profiles, they all have solid backlink profiles, it's going to look kind of weird if you have 30 different Tumblr profiles all linking to your money site. There's kind of a footprint if you don't have that many other links there. So I personally wouldn't really want to use this to link to my money site. You can, and throwing a few Tumblr links in there isn't really that bad of an idea. It's going to add some power there if they've got links going to those profiles. But adding a large volume of these just seems like a footprint, especially if you don't have that many other links. So what I recommend doing here is instead using it to power up your tier 1 links. So linking from your Tumblr profiles, the expired Tumblr profiles, like expired whatever Web 2.0s you use, to your tier 1 profiles. And tier 1 meaning your social profiles and Web 2.0s that are branded for your website. That's what I'd recommend using these to link to, and just powering them up rather than having that risk of all of them pointing directly to your money site. Now you can do this even easier, and if you watch the IFTTT video, I explain how to do that, where you basically have it syndicating automatically content from your tier 1. So when you update something on your Twitter, for example, it automatically syndicates it to this other network of Tumblr, as an example, expired Web 2.0s, or you update a YouTube video and automatically syndicates it there, and stuff like that. So powering up your tier 1, and then the juice is going to flow through those tier 1 properties, your branded properties, to your website. I explain how to do that in the IFTTT video, and I think it's better there to do it that way than this way because it's a lot more automated. This way, you got to create a lot of high quality content on the Web 2.0s to keep them and stop them getting deleted, and then you got to manually add the links within that. Versus the IFTTT way, which is way simpler and it's just fully automated there. So I recommend going and watching the IFTTT video to really maximize the usage of your Web 2.0s. But basically, guys, it's not that complicated. Just go out there, register branded ones if you want to do the simple approach, and add the links in the sidebar to your different properties, link to your website, create some initial content so it doesn't get spammy, and set up IFTTT. But IFTTT is really just the best way to use your PBNs effectively. So go and watch that video. It's going to show you exactly how to do it. And I'll explain, or maybe show an example later of how to set up your Web 2.0s properly, show an example of what it should look like. Alright, hope this video helped. I'll see you in the next one.